A new virus was discovered in Wuhan, China on December 31, 2019. On March 11, 2020, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 as a global pandemic.
This is truly an unprecedented situation.
This virus doesn't discriminate. It attacks everyone.
I have today declared that the coronavirus presents a public health emergency in the United States.
Certainly not a moment for panic or high anxiety. It is a moment for vigilance.
As the cases of the virus increase, the hours of stores, employees on shifts, and publicly accessible buildings decrease. COVID-19 is cultivating a nationwide shutdown. While the coronavirus has significantly impacted everyone's life, it has dramatically changed the lives of essential workers. These selfless individuals risk their lives to help others. The name of essential worker speaks for itself. These individuals are essential to the prosperity of our country. Without them, the nation would collapse. They have a huge impact on the population by keeping facilities working and people healthy, even during a global pandemic.
Hello, my name is Marcella. I'm a registered nurse at a hospital in New Jersey.
Chief Joe Burrell, Bloomingdale Police Department.
My name is Peter Abazia.
My responsibilities are to carry out care for all of my assigned patients. This means treating their symptoms, keeping them comfortable, educating them on managing their conditions, making sure they understand what their plan of care is while they're in the hospital, and also collaborating with other members of the healthcare team.
My job as police chief is to lead and supervise the day-to-day operations of the police department. I am responsible for protecting the lives and property, enforcement of law and ordinances, and compliance of laws within the state of New Jersey. Furthermore, I am tasked with formulating policies, procedures, and things of the like for the police department, making sure we have adequate training, preparing the department's yearly budget, and generally being available for our residents of the borough of Bloomingdale for any concerns or questions they have that may come with respect to safety matters.
I'm currently a public school instrumental music teacher, teaching concert band to grades 8 and 9 here in New Jersey.
Before the pandemic, I was actually still in nursing school. I was only just beginning to understand all of the challenges that nurses face on a regular basis, and I could not imagine that it was about to get a lot more stressful and challenging, and that I was going to be graduating into a pandemic.
The pandemic was like nothing I've experienced in my 34 years in law enforcement. Everything changed in March of 2020. The biggest job that I had during the initial phase of this pandemic was twofold. One was keeping people calm, and number two was keeping people safe.
Well, before the pandemic, I'd go into work each day, Monday through Friday, normal school day, have my classes, have rehearsals, have extracurricular activities.
When the pandemic progressed into a global health emergency, the duties of these employees became even more vital.
When I did begin working, there were a lot of adjustments that had to be made to deal with COVID. Little simple things like temperature and symptom screening at the door for both employees and visitors, limiting the number of visitors, limiting visiting hours, prohibiting visitors altogether. And we also had to establish COVID rule-out units in the hospital, so we have to make sure that we're cohorting COVID patients together and keeping them away from non-COVID patients.
We purchased as much personal protective equipment as we could. Everyone was put in their own police car so that they were not sharing cars together. Our equipment, we would fog and use backpack sprayers to disinfect our police headquarters, any equipment, all our vehicles. Every day and at every shift change, we were disinfecting anything that we came in contact with.
Well, the school was fully remote, so Chromebooks were handed out to students. We had to get our web pages up to date. We had already been using Google Classroom, so we were kind of used to that, but it was just using it a lot more. Especially as me as a band teacher, I hadn't used it that much because we were generally playing our instruments every day, but now I had to put assignments up almost every day and make sure the students were checking in.
During this time, I did feel a little bit nervous going to work. I wasn't so much concerned for myself as I was about contracting the virus and then unknowingly spreading it to patients or my family.
The biggest memory I had was an incredibly sad one, and that was the losing one of our officers on the department to COVID-19. I not only lost a co-worker, but I lost a friend who I'd worked with for 20 years. I saw his wife and his daughter, as well as his loved ones, all suffering from his loss. I remember his funeral. I remember the sadness of our department and the community as a whole. I'll never forget it. On the flip side, on a positive note, I saw so many people step up. I saw our volunteer first aid members. I saw our doctors. I saw our nurses. So many people, our first aid squad, so many people in our community just wanted to help, wanted to make a difference, and they stepped up in a big way. I saw parades for children. I saw parades for emergency workers. I saw countless people drop off food to the police department. I saw love, and I saw a small community named Bloomingdale become one big caring team.
As deaths devastated the country, hope diminished, but the dedication of essential workers prevailed.
My work has helped stop the spread of COVID, hopefully in that we try to do a good job with educating patients about protecting themselves and other people.
I would like to hope that by enforcing the governor's executive orders, CDC guidelines, and policies set forth by our Attorney General's office, that we helped with the limiting of the spread of the COVID-19 and educating the people that we come in contact about the dangers of not adhering to the guideline safety measures put in place.
Well, my job as a teacher, we are still in virtual. We've been virtual since September. It is now the beginning of December, and it looks like we're still going to be virtual and remote into the new year. So that's how my work has, I guess, tried to aid in stopping the spread of the virus.
The virus, I think, did have a positive aspect on some relationships. I think that it reminds us how important our friends and family are to us.
I saw more people playing outside, or more children playing outside, than sitting inside on gaming devices. As I would go out on my walks, I'd see kids out riding bikes, kids outside playing more than I ever had in the past. And with regards to the environment, we saw a time where our environment was spared due to less people and less vehicles on the road and more people working from home during the pandemic. So I thought that was a real positive thing.
In terms of family bonding, I've spoken with my family way more over the phone, and I've even seen them a good amount. Obviously for my wife and I, our wedding, we saw a lot of family, so it was nice to see them. But just talking with family on the phone, my brothers, my sister, my parents, just checking in a lot more.
The dedication and work of essential workers has aided the country in its effort to recover from the virus sweeping the nation at a rapid pace. Thank you to all essential workers for keeping our country running. Your hard work will never be forgotten or go unappreciated.